Lord Archer, why's your old man standing in my way? Lord Archer, why did you have to buy the shares for Bruce Say? Why didn't he buy his own shares?
Sorry, why are you so interested in promoting your Yes campaign today?
Sorry?
Why are you so interested in coming here to promote your Yes
Well,
campaign?
I think it's vital that we have as big a turnout as possible. We have as many people vote yes in order to convince people that it's a campaign worth being involved in.
But, I mean, do you not think, though, that the No campaign is so weak that people might just think you're just here to promote your own candidacy?
Well, in a way that's bound to be the case, but you're quite right. They haven't come out really in a convincing way. But the other side of that coin is we don't need a low turnout. We need a high turnout in order to convince people it's worthwhile.
Okay, thank you very much.
Did he annoy you best?
Is that okay? Why? The Guildhall? Came to hear you speak.
Yes, yes, and was being. I was almost working at Bean.
I mentioned Bob Worcester, who's charity. If you can still give us the website, and Minister for London. This Yes campaign seems to have had an awful lot of oomph behind it. Haven't we got a No campaign? Is it worth it? We're sure the results have all gone to conclusion.
No, it's not, and it's very important because this is the opportunity for Londoners to have a decisive say as to how they want their city to be governed in the future. We've always said it was right that Londoners should decide. That is why the referendum is being held, and I want to see the largest possible yes vote to make it quite clear there is decisive support from the people of London for a mayor and an assembly.
Yes, but you know what people are really interested in is the figure of mayor and who's going to be mayor.
Under no circumstances, if the Conservative Party pick a candidate after the one member, one vote, which is the very important thing, is that we are going to have every single person in London who's a member of the Conservative Party will have a vote. If many people will stand, and whoever wins, I'm sure the rest of us will back. But the personal question you have asked is, if I am beaten, I will be 100% behind the person who represents the Conservative Party.
And are you surprised that the Labour Party haven't said how they're going to choose their candidate?
It's not for me to decide how the Labour Party will select their candidate. As the Minister said, they will do that in their own time. I'm not pretending I'm not fascinated by how they will do it, but it's nothing to do with me.
Who are you most frightened of on their side?
I'm not frightened of any of them. I have great admiration for and respect for many of them. I think Ken Livingstone would be a formidable candidate. I think they have many people who would be formidable candidates. It will be fascinating to see. It could be the Minister himself. It will be fascinating to see which one of them emerges.
Well, final point, will it be you?
I've already said that my role is to put in place the mechanism to enable to be the Labour candidate for Mayor of London.
And one more point, in the electoral cycle, this election's going to come when traditionally the party in power is at its lowest ebb, 2.5 years, 3 years into your term. Are you worried that if it comes to a stand-up fight between Labour and...
Thank you very much, Sally. I'm delighted to join the Minister and Simon to say that the Conservative Party not only supports the gain. Why are you bothering with this campaign, which seems to be going on day after day for a yes vote, when it looks as if you're going to win so easily? And indeed, Minister, you referred to that. And then I asked the audience how many could tell me the date of the yes campaign. And it was about the same as what's been in the polls. About 11% of people even know that on the same day as the local elections, they will be able to vote in the referendum. So it's very important for our campaign to go on plugging away, so that people don't say afterwards, oh, I didn't even know we were going to have a yes campaign. So a lot of our cause and a lot of our battle is to make sure people know. Be clear indeed. And we don't want a low turnout simply because the people have not been informed. So the Conservative Party are only too delighted to support the Minister and be with the Liberal Party on this, asking all of you to keep reminding people to say what they want to say on May the 7th, whether it be yes or whether it be no, whichever taxi light they want turned out. What we want is a turnout of high proportions, so there is no doubt in anybody's mind that the campaign has been properly conducted and the people of London have had their say. Thank you.
I was going to make just that point, Sally. Thank you very much. Welcome to my advert. In place very quickly. It has been coordinated, this campaign, and we will give you the messages, trusting as so far you've done that you will very accurately reflect them and get the message out. So it is our standing in the wings there that all four speakers wisely and sensibly and of course proudly live south of the river. We are of course a cross-river partnership in this enterprise. All of us who are united in this Yes campaign do so for two reasons. We want Londoners not just to vote, although we want them to vote, but we want them to vote yes. Because the larger the yes vote, the more secure against any future barbarism is democracy London-wide and for Londoners. The bigger the yes vote, the more secure the majority for yes, the less possible it will ever be for a future government to say Londoners should not be able to choose their own democratic government. And so that's why it's very important. And I'm not against a very un-British type of result. If we had a previously Soviet type of result, or a previously North African type of result, and 99% in favour, I would be very happy with that. And so we're there to get every vote and every vote in the bag, and if there is a token no campaign, we hope that we will flatten them by the persuasive nature of our arguments. And they're wrong to say that there's a damage to local government in this campaign. That is not true. Local government will be preserved intact. It's a damage simply to the civil servants who run London from obscurity, because they will be replaced by politicians who will run them, I'm sure, in the spotlight. And the second is to say that what, if we get a successful yes result, as I'm sure we will be the result, is that London will be able to punch its weight. London will be able to punch its weight in England, punch its weight in the United Kingdom, punch its weight in the European Union, and punch its weight on the worldwide stage. And this great city, which has done so well in spite, looking forward to that, because we want to punch our weight, and we believe that Londoners will benefit from us punching our weight too. Thank you very much, Sally, and everybody else.
Thank you very much. Well, I'm delighted to be here. I think I'm here for contrast. I don't mind that. It's part of the way I've lived my life. But anyway, I'm here for contrast. I'm not a Londoner, I'm not a politician, and I'm not a contender for mayor. And I say yes to this campaign. I looked up, you know the lazy guy's way of making a speech, and this is going to be a very, very short speech. The lazy wise guy used to look in the dictionary of quotations, so I looked in for mayor, was his wife. This is not a precedent which will be followed in London. That was deep in the country, and they do Londoners. I love the place, particularly walking around Highbury Stadium before a game, fingers crossed, and saying the usual prayers. Walking around Hampstead Heath, walking around the centre of the town, Soho, Covent Garden, Notting Hill, the great parks, the great museums, and over the river to the even greater parks. It is an amazing place, and one ambition I have is to take a holiday here sometime. London, though, as everybody here knows, and I'm sure has been said, hopes it starts again, and then it spreads like measles all over London. The new epidemic which happens in the West End, where every time you find a new shortcut through a side street, they block it off. Someone has to sort this out, and who better than a mayor? We need someone along of a figure on whom they can vent their discontent. We all know that neurosis too thwarted leads to terrible illnesses, and London has been ill enough in that respect for too long. So,
thank you very much. There will be an
Yes, you have a reason as well. What happened?
Stage meeting, yeah. I'll tell
And I've got to go straight after the photograph. Sitting
We're all centred in the back.
all right, Richard.
yeah, pulling the bridge.
Is he coming?
This is a slightly dangerous location that this load of people are here. Come and join us. And we want to lean back, is that the idea? We'll blame DC. We'll blame you if it's
Can we bring you slightly forward?
Slightly forward.
Straight.
Okay.
Gentlemen, we need to all come right back.
Come right back.
So
do you want us to come to move?
We want to come back.
So when are you going to explain the Anglia shares affair, Lord Archer? Can we move, Lord Archer? When are you going to London's burning crew in as well? Can we get a London's burning crew in the middle? Yeah.
We have Anne Melbourne Bray. If we can sort of have the crew.
And Trevor. Serious London's burning person.
London's burning in the Minister.
The minister's burning. Can we get our stills done first?
It's good. Straight in the coach. Get the stills in, please.
Potentially ridiculous protocol.
Explain the Anglia shares affair. Should we go inside? Can you explain why you bought those shares? Prove it.
How are we getting there? TV! Can we have you right out of the way?
Can we go slightly right?
Let's get this out of the way and he can...
Banner is the right way around. Keep smiling, it's all right.
Can you revote? Can you revote? Can you revote?
We're not as photogenic as we should be. No.
Well, as photogenic as you should be. Hang on a bit. Another minute on this, and then just the Minister, Lord Archer, and Simon Hughes, the three politicians, please, in a second.